I got everything I need right here. Country music, you and me.
Joining me right now, right after racing around the world, actually, I've got Brooke and Adam here at Deni. How you going?
Hey, we found our way to Deni.
I have loved watching you guys along that journey. Did you ever think you would ever be on that show doing it together?
No, not really. And to be called a celebrity, that's even weirder. So I mean, that's the weird thing. But no, we're still on the race. It's still going, and we're still in it. So yeah, we can't say much more. But
it was a hell of an adventure.
It was amazing.
We were just stoked to get the opportunity to do it, and to do it together. We were actually talking about it earlier that after being married for 15 years, to go and put yourself in those kind of really outside of the box situations and see how we'd hold up as our relationship. And we're still married.
Yay!
I know some of those have looked really tough, some of those challenges. I know you can't say too much, but from what's been shown so far, what do you think's been the toughest one yet?
The dancing. We're shit at dancing.
Oh, yeah. I did see that one. That was
Can't
good.
dance. And I mean, I knew I couldn't, but I mean, it was proven that we can't.
But this dude, we were in South America, and this dude's showing us how to tango, and he's got his 40-kilo wife, and he's got muscles coming
and
out.
I'm double the weight size.
And he's muscly dude, and he's throwing her up in the air and spinning her about. And then I'm kind of looking at him going, righto, champ, let me introduce you to my back.
What's the biggest highlight been so far as well?
Oh look, we've just so far on the race. It's been incredible just to go to the countries. Like we would never have gone. Let's go to Namibia. Yeah. You know, like I didn't even know, to be honest, it existed.
That was a highlight.
That
Namibia
really was a highlight,
awesome.
And
we'd hope to go back and take the kids one day.
Yeah.
But again, just I think just seeing how a show like that gets put together, it's absolutely huge, and there's just so many people involved behind scenes, and you know, we've got a camera crew. Each team has a camera crew and an audio with them the whole time. So it's like, it's one of those things where you just like, you put under these really strange environment, you know, trying to keep you cool while there's a camera in your face. It's
tired, jet lag.
Yeah, and but again, it was one thing that we're stoked we got to do, and you just have to see how we got. Yeah, we did.
Made some great friendships with the other teams and stuff. So it was a really cool time.
I love it. And you did like pick up the guitar. I saw, I think, once or twice. Do you reckon you'll have any songs come from this journey?
Probably when we get time to think about it. Like we're about to sit down and write for the next album next year. So I reckon we might have a few
don't know what
song ideas.
With Namibia.
Oh,
it's a challenge.
I hope I don't get chlamydia.
Yeah, in Namibia.
That one in Namibia.
Oh,
yeah, there you go. That's a soft rhyme.
Yeah, like that. Work in progress. Yeah. Well, you have, speaking of writing, creating music, you have recently released the album together, Up, Down and Sideways. I absolutely love this one.
Thanks.
But what is it like, though? You guys obviously have been together for so long to create music together. Can it get a little bit tricky at times, or you guys are kind of used to that process now?
The thing is, it's not so tricky, you know, with us, you know, being together, writing and working together. It's more the subjects for us, because we can't sing songs about breakups, you know, like, and we kind of like to really...
Or meeting someone at a bar.
Yeah. You know, we kind of really like to write about our life, but, you know, finding that balance of not being too soppy with all the love songs, and then... But I mean, that's why we're good observers of our friends and stuff. So we kind of say, can we write about your shitty life at the moment? Because that's a really great story.
but the actual creative process is pretty productive when we work together, because we can bypass being polite.
True.
In a lot of
say what you think.
Yeah. A lot of co-writing situations, particularly if you've just met the person, they'll say something and you'll go, okay, we'll leave that in for now, but we might revisit it, even though you're thinking that's shit.
Yeah.
But with us, we just go, no, that's shit.
That's shit, mate.
Let's chop that.
And we don't get offended.
No.
So it's good.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I loved watching you guys up on stage last night. How many of these Deni Ute Musters do you think you've been to over the years?
We've been to a few in our other bands, like the McClymonts and Adam Eckersley bands, but this was the first one we've done together, so it was pretty special. And we had the kids with us, so it's been a really nice little trip.
Yeah, amazing. And what do you think has been your highlight over being at Deni across these years?
You know what? I think just the fact that it's such a family orientated festival. Like everyone's just in good spirits. That's always a highlight. And again, we've got a caravan spot. That's what I'm stoked about.
And I love the rap baggery that goes on here.
Yeah.
It just
the key banging.
It just feels really Australian, and it's good to see that the rap bags haven't been completely shut down. Because everything's so sensitised and shit these days, and you can't do anything because of insurance and blah, blah, blah. Seeing these young dudes just ripping it in their utes and getting excited about it is cool. It's awesome.
Yeah. We might catch you out in the ute paddock a little later tonight. Adam and Brooke, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Time to shine up my boots and kick the doors down.
We're good to be catching up right now with Amber Lawrence. How are you going today?
Good, thanks for having me.
Yeah, my absolute pleasure. How are you enjoying Deni so far?
I love it. I love the Deni Ute Muster. Can't wait. We're not on till 8:45, so we're here quite early, but just to get set, prepped, I like everything to be set up, organised, so I don't have to stress.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Hey? Well, this isn't your first rodeo here at Deni. How many do you reckon you've done?
I wish I actually knew the number, but I think it's probably around 7.
Wow.
From the very first time, which was 2008, and I was on the day stage, and then I think I might have done day stage another once or twice, and then I've done main stage 3 or 4 times. So yeah, this will be my 3rd, maybe 4th main stage, I don't know. And then I've done some kids shows as well. So yeah, been here a lot.
Yeah, like you did mention just then, you do kids shows as well as a different type of show out at night. Sometimes you even do these in the same day as well. How do you kind of go switching characters almost?
Yeah, I definitely mostly do them in the same day, but I think what's been different about my kids show is that I'm not pretending to be anyone. I'm not. So I'm not sort of putting on the character of being a Wiggle or, Emma Memma or something. I am just Amber, but singing the songs that I think are fun for kids. And I think that's what shows. And I think it's why I've been able to do both, because it's not like I go and become this other person and people go, who the hell was that? It's just like, that's just Amber singing the songs that are fun. And then I get on stage and it's still a family show, at night time tonight. It's not something that you can't bring your kids to. So all ages, I guess.
I love that. Is there one you prefer, or they've obviously both got their positives?
Yeah. Yes, it'd be really mean to pick which one I prefer, but it is a lot of fun late at night, I've got to be honest, when you've got a big crowd of people who are partying. But I've had some of the best fun kids shows as well. So
it's a hard one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm absolutely loving the latest one from you right now as well, Kick the Doors Down. Can you talk us through how this one came together?
Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Last year in Nashville, I was only there for a week, and I was pretty jet lagged the whole time. So I just really felt like I had no good song ideas. I couldn't get my, I just felt like, oh man, I'm just no good at this anymore. It's time to quit. Never thought that far, but I was like, oh, this is not going well. And then by the last day, I'm like, come on, just shine up your boots and kick the doors down. And that, I was like, hang on a minute, there's a song idea. So it was really just about that sort of inner voice to yourself saying, when you just got, it's like pull your big girl pants on, it's like sometimes you're laying in bed and it's not to diminish anxiety or depression or anything like that. Sometimes you can't just get up. But other times you're in bed thinking, oh, I can't do this, I just can't do it. But then you go, come on, get your boots on, shine them up, go and make a difference. And so that's sort of what that song's about. And I think it's got a good message.
I love that you kind of got that inspiration from, having nothing. I love that it's kind of come from that.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes when you're sitting, maybe in a cafe or something waiting to go into this songwriting session in Nashville and you're going to meet others in the studio and you got nothing, and then all of a sudden you're saying, please, something pop into my head. Bang.
I love that.
It's not a technical way, but it works sometimes.
Is that your first one you've gone to Nashville to write, or you've done a couple up there as well?
I think it was my 3rd or 4th writing trip. So I never would write a whole album in Nashville, but I usually get about 3 or 4 songs on each album from the trip I take to Nashville that sort of then inspires other songs.
Yeah, absolutely. And do you record them up there, or you come back here and put them together?
No, I come back here and I just don't have the luxury of being able to spend a long time. I've got a family, so I've got to come home. And you can't just go and settle in Nashville and record an album and do all that.
Absolutely. Can you believe it's already October as well? Are you defrosting, ready for Christmas? I love your Christmas tracks. Are you ready to go?
Oh, thank you. And something exciting is coming with Aussie Christmas. So get ready for a remix.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
I'm excited too. I can't wait. It's in the works at the moment. It's going to be ready to release in, I suppose, mid-November. I don't think we'll beat Mariah Carey in releasing, she's always first out with All I Want for Christmas Is You.
That's fair.
Yeah, we're going to bring out Aussie Christmas in a new format just for fun.
I love that. Well, apart from singing your tracks at Christmas, how do you usually spend Christmas? Just with the family?
Yeah, we have a big extended family and my uncle has a big pool, so it's very simple. We just go and we eat and drink and jump in the pool.
Yeah, I love that so much. Well, I can't wait to hear it when you come down to Tassie, which is actually very soon. Is that right?
That's right. End of November, 21st and 22nd and 24th. That's it. Friday the 22nd at Sisters Beach. Saturday I'm doing a private function, so I am still going to be in Tassie. And then Sunday at Franklin, the Palais Theatre there. And Sisters Beach is selling so well. We need a few more of you to buy tickets for Sunday in Franklin.
Amazing. Well, grab yourself a ticket. Do yourself a favour. Can't wait to catch you live tonight. Amber Lawrence, thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Catching up right now, I've got the Sunny Cowgirls with me, Sophie and Celeste. Thanks so much for joining me, guys.
Pleasure. Thanks for having us.
I got to say, last night you guys kicked it off with a bang, but I feel like it was only yesterday I saw you guys back in Tassie at Royal Rumble. What a vibe. Did you guys love it?
Yeah, we had a ball.
Heaps of fun, yeah.
When was the last time you guys had been in Tassie before that? Had it been a hot min, like before you'd been there for Rumble?
It was like years before, like before the Rumble.
It was AgFest, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was probably like 15 years ago.
It was a long time.
Yeah.
But we loved it. We loved it so much. We always take, like, any opportunity to get down to Tassie, we take it. And we were so stoked to get the Rumble. It was such a fun night.
It was.
Yeah.
Rain, hail or shine. Yeah. It was just one of those nights, wasn't it? But everyone just kicked on and it was just a good vibe.
Oh, it was great. It was like a BNS. It was great.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can tell you the weather, it's definitely a lot better here than in Tassie at the moment. Here at Deni Ute Muster, how many have you guys been to? This is not your first rodeo here at Deni.
No. So we were trying to work this out at breakfast this morning, but our first one was 2005, so almost 20 years ago. And we think we've probably done about 7 or 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, we've done a few.
Yeah, I reckon it's 8.
7 doesn't sound enough.
No, it doesn't.
No, yeah.
We've done it. We've been here a lot, and we're always happy to come back.
It's our favourite. It's our favourite gig. It's the best festival. And,
do you have a favourite moment over all those years, like something that stands out over the times you've been here, or something?
The first thing I think is the chocolate cake.
Yeah, the chocolate cake.
Because it's always Soph's birthday. It's not this weekend. It was last weekend.
Yeah.
But
at Deni.
Yeah, and someone
always falls at Deni.
Like bought us a big beautiful birthday cake. It's chocolate cake, and I think we'd had a few beers or something. And anyway, it ended up being just a food fight, like chocolate cake just.
But we like literally picked up the cake after we did and smashed it in someone's face, and then it just went everywhere.
I don't know what we were thinking. We were young.
We
and
were very
stupid.
young.
We'd already done our gigs, so we'd like done our duties. So we were just. It was party time, you know.
Yeah. But
That's
still
a grog monster off the chain.
Yeah, exactly. I know. But people still talk about it to this day, so we must have made an impression.
I love it. Well, it's coming up to your 20th anniversary for a Little Bit Rusty album. Can you guys believe it's been that long since you've released it?
No, we can't. And a lot of people can't believe it either. Everyone says, oh my God, you're making me feel so old, because we can't believe it's been 20 years. And I don't know where the time has gone, and so much has happened, and it's been such a big, long, fun journey, and we've just had an absolute ball, and we still feel 21, don't we?
Yeah.
Are you going to celebrate in any way, like with the 20th anniversary?
Well, we've got our Tamworth show, don't we, in January, so we'll do a big show for that. So that's sort of like a big anniversary concert that we'll do, and get the band back together, and
we might try and release some new music next year for the 20th year, you know.
Yeah.
So that's what we're working on as well. Yeah.
And you did mention there, get the band back together. You guys are busy at the moment. You've got families of your own. Do you get much time to rehearse and meet up? Are you guys living closely, or are you kind of spread out a bit around Australia?
Yeah, we're spread out, but we've always been spread out. So we all just like practice and rehearse separately, as we've always done. So it's a bit different, but not really. It's how it's always worked. But yeah, when we get back together, it's just like riding a bike, you know. So we've been doing it for so long, so it feels just so natural.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you did say there some new music, super exciting. But I have been wondering, you guys are sisters. What is it like, being in a band together? Do you have any fights or any of those, friendly sibling arguments? Or you guys are pretty solid?
Oh, listen, in the early days, yes, we did. We were, young and a bit fiery, and we did so much touring together, didn't we?
Yeah.
We were living in each other's, but we lived together, we toured together. So yeah, we definitely had our moments. But now,
it's like we get to catch up with each other.
I haven't seen Leslie for months, so we're so
really
stoked to be together again.
Yeah. Perfect. Well, Sophie and Celeste from the Sunny Cowgirls, thank you so much for joining me here at Deni. I got to tell you though, I looked at the forecast for this afternoon, and it's looking sunny with a chance of Cowgirls. Perfect conditions for here at Deni.
I love that so much. We're gonna have to turn it into a song, I think.
Most of all, thanks to the bulls that buck me off.
Well, there's plenty of bulls bucking people off here at Deni, so here's to them, but also here's to Kip Moore, who is headlining here at the Deni Ute Muster. Kip, thank you so much for joining me.
Hey, it's good to be here.
How are you enjoying Deni so far?
I'm enjoying it. You guys, it's like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome here. You guys are wild, man.
Tell me, how did you prepare yourself to come down to Australia? Did you have to practice your breakdancing moves? We are known for breakdancing in the Olympics and also doing a lot of shoeies. Have you been preparing yourself to do a couple of that on stage tonight?
I have practiced neither, and I won't be practicing either.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I won't be seeing that on stage tonight.
No, that is not my jam, man.
Well, you have already done a few shows around Australia across this week. How do we kind of compare to America?
That's one of those things. It's really difficult to answer. I've played all over the world, and people are different from county line to county line, much less country to country. And sometimes you're the exact same. So every crowd is its own thing, it's its own energy, and it's hard to say, well, Australia is this way, and Africa is this way, and Canada is this way, because there's so many things about people in different countries that coincide and how you act. And, sometimes you guys are just as gregarious and boisterous as an American crowd, and sometimes you're a little more reserved. It's just, it depends on what pockets and what night, what the feeling in the air is. Like, it all kind of changes from day to day. So I do know this. I do know that there's a reason that I keep coming to Australia. And that's because I love playing for these fans. Like, there's places I've gone that I just X off the list. I don't go back. So that's not the case here.
I'm so glad that we're not crossed off that list. We love having you here in Australia.
You are definitely not crossed off the list, but you might be after tonight if you don't get it together.
Right.
It's a joke. I'm teasing.
We'll play our cards right tonight. Yeah. Well, you have also released some brand new music as well, Live Here to Work. How did this one come together?
Just hearing, there was a bunch of construction workers close to my house that were working every single day, and I go out every morning, I get a cup of coffee, I think through lyrics, and I hear them cackling all day. They're literally, 30 feet from my house, and I heard one of them one day yell back at one of the other people, I don't live here to work. And when I heard it, the light bulb went off, and then I heard another one say maybe 5 seconds later, yeah, F that. So I put the two together and went from there.
I love that. Yeah, that's a really cool story behind it as well. Well, when you do create new music, how do you know when it's officially done? Do you like test drive it in your car at all? Make sure it sounds right through the speakers?
For sure. I always, I'm so maniacal about making sure everything's right, sometimes to my own detriment. But I always definitely take a drive, and I get out of like studio speakers, and I want to get like in my truck, take a ride, how people are going to actually experience it and see how it's feeling, so then I'll go back and make adjustments and change certain things.
Yeah, got to get that truck tick of approval.
Yes, you have to. You got to get the Ute approval.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I have got a round of 5 fast questions here that our listeners have sent through, if that's all good with you. All right, question number 1 is, who is someone who you would love to record a song with?
Let's see here. I'll say off the top of my head, Sam Fender.
Okay.
Love Sam Fender.
I love that. Number 2 we've got was, what was the first album you ever brought?
First one I ever bought was Van Halen 5150.
Okay. How good.
Yeah.
Number 3, the weirdest request from a fan, weirdest message you've ever gotten on Instagram or Facebook somewhere.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. I would not know where to begin. The stuff that I get in Instagram it's mind blowing. So I wouldn't even know where to start with that.
Okay, that's fair enough. Number 4, do you have any TV recommendations? What are you watching at the moment?
So I'm very late to the party with Game of Thrones.
Okay.
I just started watching that, and I say just started. I've been binging like crazy, and I'm more than halfway done, but I'm obsessed with that show.
I love that.
So that and Ted Lasso, I would say are my 2 picks right now for people to, those are the ones.
Well, don't say you're late to the party, because I haven't even started that party to Game of Thrones, so you're a step ahead of me there.
Wow, it's intense. It is
I'll
really
have to
intense.
give it a watch.
Yeah.
Question number 5 as well. Last one is, what's in your rider? What do you request in your room backstage?
I have like the most simple rider of all time. Chris will tell you, my tour manager, sometimes I think I want to just start like messing with him and coming up with some demands that are just completely ridiculous. I recently saw John Cougar Mellencamp play in festivals, and he's got like his own personal umbrella assistant that like follows him around on stage for the sun. So maybe I'll just start doing something.
Look out, it's coming.
Yeah.
Awesome.
The hard-working blue-collar man's got his own personal umbrella guy.
Yes.
Anyway.
I love it. Well, Kip, thank you so much for joining me here at Deni. Can't wait to catch you on stage tonight.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
Well, it's my absolute pleasure right now to be joined by Amy Shark here at the Deni Ute Muster. How you going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Is this your first muster ever?
Ever. Yeah.
What is it? Everything you expected it would be?
But I just pulled up, and I haven't seen too much yet, but I saw a lot of white trucks and a lot of like tent situations, and I can smell fire pits and stuff, so it feels like a vibe.
What's your preparation been like coming to Deni? Have you been practicing your shoeies? Are you ready to hit that stage tonight?
I guess so. I mean, I go on tour next week, so this will be a nice little probably a shock to the system, actually. Just get the stretch the legs and see if I still got it. But there's a lot of new songs we haven't played before ever, so that's always really exciting.
That is super exciting. Maybe a couple of years ago you uploaded a TikTok. Is it like a country session in the car where you're singing along and you kind of put a twang on all the songs? I gotta say, I do that myself. Are you still doing that inside the car, listening to the radio?
I remember the one you were talking about. Yeah, all the time. It's like a running band thing we do with all my songs. It's just like, get me a drink, I get drunk, I was. Yeah, it's fun.
I do it all
Everything
the time.
sounds better.
It does.
Like Keith Urban.
Talking in that twang. Yeah. Well, we are here at Deni. Are we going to expect you to pull like a Posty, a Beyonce, release a country album anytime soon?
I don't know. I feel like it's such a tempting genre, especially when you're a songwriter who writes on acoustic guitar. It feels very, it doesn't feel like you're straying that far. But I don't know. I feel like everyone's doing it now, so I don't think it's the right time. But I definitely love so many country artists. So I think I would love to collaborate with another country artist. But I don't know if I've got an album in me, but we'll see.
Yeah, see how you go. Well, you did mention before you did previously team up with Keith Urban. What was that experience like?
Oh, he's the best.
Yeah.
I got along really well with him. He invited me to sing with him at the 2018 Arias, and then ever since then we've just been mates, and then he did the song with me, and he makes everything brighter and happier and funnier, and he really taught me how to relax and enjoy performing. Yeah.
And you are fresh off judging as well on Australian Idol. What is that experience like? Do you ever have a moment where you just don't really know what to say, or you don't know how to deliver like negative feedback to like contestants on that stage? Is it a bit hard? And guys, you would not believe my luck, because right there is where my phone decided to stop recording without me realising the rest of the interview. But I did manage to take a couple of notes at the time. Amy's answer to that one was, she said, it was actually funny I asked that question because they were only recording auditions a few days beforehand for Australian Idol. And she said she was just thinking to herself, why are you even here? Why are you even auditioning? Because people were that terrible. But how could she deliver that on TV where all of Australia could see her feedback? To try and do that in a positive way, she said, was very tricky. I also asked her what was one celebrity or artist that she'd love to collaborate with on a new song. She answered that with Post Malone. I asked her what are some of the weirdest messages she's received through social media. She said she gets a lot of weird messages about her song I Said Hi. She said people use this one in funerals a lot, and she doesn't know why, because that song has nothing to do with funerals or have a message like that. So she was really unsure why that's a thing. I also asked her what she's watching at the moment. So if you want to be watching the same TV show that Amy Shark is binging at the moment, it is Monsters, and you can find that on Netflix right now. I also checked in with the all-important question as well, which one she prefers, KFC nugs or Macca's, and you can bet she went KFC. Hopefully that clears a bit up. Super sad though that I missed out on capturing all that audio. But that wraps up the Deni 2024 podcast here at Yarns with Jharvs. Hope you enjoyed it.